tell you about Legend Seeker and how you can support its development while getting some awesome perks. By subscribing to our Legendary tier on YouTube or becoming a paid member on our Discord or Patreon, you'll get early access to all Legend Seeker lore and mechanics. This means you'll be among the first to dive into the world of Legend Seeker and give direct feedback that will help shape the game. But that's not all. Supporters will also be the first to playtest the system and will get exclusive invites to private streams where we discuss the game in detail. Your input will play a huge role in making Legend Seeker the best that it can be. Now, for those of you who love watching our tabletop role-playing game shows, supporting Legend Seeker comes with some fun bonuses for the casts. Here's how it works. If you are a Copper or Common member on Discord or Patreon, you can give a $20 benefit to a player of your choice. Silver and Uncommon members can give 2 benefits to 2 players of your choice. If you go the YouTube route, you can give a $50 benefit to a player of your choice. And for the ultimate support, Gold and Mythic members on Discord and Patreon give a $20 benefit to 3 players of your choice. You can choose from all casts across Moonskull. Every bit of support goes directly towards making Legend Seeker a reality. It helps fund the art, writing, editing, and eventual publishing of the game. So, if you want to be a part of this journey and support our shows, join our Legendary tier on YouTube or become a member on Discord or Patreon. We couldn't do it without you, and we're excited to build Legend Seeker together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the game.
Well, hello everybody. I am checking my sound level here. My sound level should be good. Okay, excellent. Yay! Hi, I'm Frost. This is Frost Written, and off on the side, I'm listening to them recovering the capsule and the astronauts right now from their touchdown from the space station, and I'm going to be doing some writing while doing that. All right. So what I'm doing is going now back through some of these entries for the actual sovereign nations, the kingdoms and whatnot, and trying to rewrite some of the entries because a lot of them were basic information, not the greatest prose in the world. I'm trying to go back through and punch it up a little bit. So I'll be doing a lot of that today. What is everybody else out there doing? Anything fun? Did anybody do anything crazy for St. Patrick's Day? Most of the people I know had a nice dinner and did some toasts and that's pretty much it. Only one person I know that went out and got completely drunk. Most of them were pretty calm about it. All right. Thalassia. Workers of the salt flats and the acidic pools of the caustic strand are easily recognized by their bleached hands, forearms, feet, and calves. Lifetime spent wading and working in the pools often leaves these areas of their skin shades lighter and pockmarked, a symbol of pride demonstrating a long life of dedicated work. You fell asleep ridiculously early and woke up when you started streaming again. Yeah, I like waking people up and then putting them to sleep and then waking them up. Cooking handout or hand cut. I was like handout chops, hand cut chops, asparagus, and mashed potatoes. Woohoo! Didn't do anything for St. Patrick's Day. Aw, that's too bad. But then again, you know, I didn't really do anything special either. Not that strange, I guess. By the way, if somebody wants to on Discord, if anybody is interested in getting, I'm using these meals right now from a place called Factor. I'm not going to throw their logos or anything up here because we're not sponsored and I don't want to put their stuff up here. But I'm getting their stuff because they're little easy microwave meals that I use to supplement me actually cooking. If anybody's interested in trying them out, I have a thing here that's like 3 codes. I think it's you get your first box of meals free up to $100 and something worth. And then up to $15 off your second and third box. So if you feel like you want to try and sign up for the thing and get a little bit of money off, let me know. I also have something for a place called Good Chop that sends meat to you, and you can get free chicken wings for life if you sign up with them. So let me know. Let me know if you want to try it. They're pretty good little microwave meals. They don't taste like the ones you buy in the store that are god-awful. Oh yeah, old man did yell at game. A lot. By the way, that didn't get fixed yet from yesterday. Oh, wait. There's now an update to the update to the update to the update. Prison food. Wait a second. I was kind of surprised by some of these. The one I had yesterday was a creamy pesto pork chop with cauliflower rice. Or riced cauliflower, I should say. And it was actually pretty good. Even if it was microwave. And I was like, oh, okay, that turned out pretty well. It was still tasty. It was good. The game I was playing was called Evil Mountains. And it's kind of like The Forest, where, you know, you're surviving and there are weird creatures that come out of the darkness at you, but the people or the creatures in this game are aliens, and they have flying saucers that come down and shoot at you. And for some reason, the aliens are running around loincloths and doing backflips and parkour and throwing rocks at you through windows. I don't know. It's just it's got some issues. All right, let's see. The Strand villages. All right, so on the Caustic Strand, many of the current villages along the Strand. Do I want to say current villages? Most of the villages. I was going to say surviving villages to imply that some had died out, but I mean, it's been 1,000 years. I think I'll stick with current. Were built around the only remaining structures after the devastation wrought by Grix and his army, the Agrian Mile Forts. Some of these ancient stone forts have been robbed away by builders and no longer stand. Most of the villages, okay. I think I have an entry on the Mile Forts themselves. Excuse me. Villages. Okay, don't have an entry on just the Mile Forts, do I? Do I have that? I'm going to check something here really quickly because I thought all right. Some Mile Forts, defended spur up by Grix, current countryside, north of Oh, it's in the section right before it. Okay, there we go. All right, it is right before it. All right, I did do an entire section on the Mile Forts. Yay me. Excellent. All right, because that's earlier. That was the part with the God Killer War. Okay. That's the store, the Pantheon Divided. Okay, so it's a ways earlier there. All right. Okay. And let's get back down to Strand villages. So many of the current villages along the Strand were built around the only remaining structures after the devastation wrought by Grix's army. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I'll just mumble through that. Some of these ancient stone forts have been robbed away by builders and no longer stand, but in most villages, they tower above the houses and are home to the local garrison or justice council. Nearly every village along the Strand is built in close proximity to the main road or within sight of it. Countryside past the control of the mile forts is unsafe for many due to the large number of wild predators and unpredictable geological events. I'll just say unsafe, not for many, but it's unsafe due to the large number of predators, wild predators, and unpredictable geological events. Okay, that works better. See, drinking water for the villages not near the rivers along the strand. Fresh water is not easy to come by, so I've got not in there twice. Let's say further from. We'll say for the villagers further from the rivers along the strand, fresh water is not easy to come by. So they use some of the same technology by which they gather the salts, condense fresh water for themselves. Often more guarded in the minerals they mine, fresh water in these villages is treated with great respect. Let's see. Only the more guarded, or often more guarded than the minerals they mine. Fresh water. Okay, there we go. That works better. Yeah, it is more difficult to come by. Yep. Yep. That's exactly what I changed it to because I'm like, this doesn't work. We think along the same lines, good sir. Cup up to you, Jensen. I know, and usually let's cook and clean. We don't like it. Aha! Well, you could remedy that by going out and being not single. Hmm. It's still amazing to me when you see things like we've got people in the world who are just, will go out in a little boat and they will fish and bring fish home to their family. There are people who go do this and that. And then you see a boat specifically made to come out and pick a spaceship out of the water, put it on its platform, and then get the passengers out of it. I'm just like, humans are pretty cool. Online really isn't working and outside of work. Travel, I'm a bit of a homebody. Yeah, I suppose it'd be difficult unless you find somebody in a shared interest, like you find a book club or you find somebody who goes, I don't know, plays darts, goes curling, likes to be a homebody and joins a homebody club. I don't know if those exist. Let's see. Wells only pull up the expected brackish water and sometimes solid smells gases, so digging anywhere not related to the process mineral is frowned upon. Okay, I'm gonna pull back into some of the Agrian stuff here. The ancient Agrian wells and cisterns only pull up the expected brackish waters and sometimes foul-smelling gases. Okay, because of the danger. On gases. Yeah, getting rid of some nonsense words out of here. Only produce the expected brackish waters and foul-smelling gases. Okay. Man, it's got to be quite a shock to the body when you have been up in space for however long it's been. What, 17 months? No, is that right? And then you're suddenly on Earth, like, ugh. I'm watching this guy climbing on the side of the thing. These guys are amazing. Impressive. That's a job I don't think I would be very good at nowadays because I don't quite have the strength to be doing that, I don't think. That's pretty impressive. 9 months, okay. I knew it was a while. We'll go with because of the danger. Digging anywhere not related to processing minerals. I wonder if I could say something about how they use that. Because the thing about these people is they turn everything into a tool. So if the old wells and cisterns only fill with the brackish water and foul-smelling gases, they probably would use this in some way. There's a dolphin in the water. That's fun. Okay, industrial salt used to further. Evidently, they drop a lot of things and come back to Earth. Yeah. YouTube added a fun new feature for premium subscribers, up to 4 times speed. 4 times speed. Just what you wanted. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of dolphins out there. Holy cow. Hmm. Okay. Don't forget they're following these dolphins around with the cameras. That's awesome. Dolphins are fun. We'll say the minerals inside. It's a strange basket-like contraption being retrieved from the minerals inside broken over. Okay, there we go. That works. Yeah, dolphins. They keep showing them zooming around, and they keep taking the cameras and going zoop, zoop. Yeah, well, I swam around in a thing down in Hawaii where the dolphins were in a different pool when I went out there swimming, and I didn't partake in the dolphin swimming part because I'm like, I don't want to swim with a dolphin. I don't care. But one of them leapt the little fence wall they had in the pool and started swimming around the pool where people were just swimming. And people were like, oh, look, a dolphin. The dolphin's coming up and bumping people, and the dolphin bumped up against me, and it's just sitting there going, bump. I'm like, the heck? And the handlers are like trying so hard. They're like, nobody touch him. Don't pet him because he'll want to play. Just they're trying to lead him out with fish. They got him out of there. And people are like, yay, free interaction with dolphins. I was like, great. Hopefully he didn't pee in the water. Wah wah. Leave. You feel oddly satisfied because, well, that just says something about your personality. Fantastic. I just finished drinking my coffee out of my cup, so I'm gonna wipe it down because I'm a heathen and a monster, and I'm not gonna even wash this before I put Coca-Cola in it. Because I don't even care. Look at me being a total whatever I am. 5 minutes until capsule lift. All right. All right, so those villages. Okay, I got that. Ancient Agrian wells and cisterns only fill with brackish water and fall smoke gases due to the activity of the coast. Okay, there we go. There's a recovery capsule. Drop it on down on the deck. It's pretty cool to see all the cool stuff that they can do. with all these little just bits. I mean, it's a hydraulic lift, and it's got controls, and it's suited to do this cool work to drop the thing down. So it's kind of fun that I'm talking about these really industrious people who find a way to do things with little, while watching people bring a spaceship capsule onto a boat in the middle of the ocean. Some are used for the villagers for personal relaxation use. Okay, all right. We need all the viewers. All the viewers. I don't know, Jensen. I mean, this might be a special case because, I mean, it's fantastic. Was that a bad joke? I don't know. I've had a rough day of my job as a babysitter, and Chrysanthemum's mean to me. Did the one kid have the Thor helmet and the hammer? Or not? This isn't literal adventures in babysitting. I'm sure Ruda will forgive me at some point. Hey, if you can get anybody else to come on into this channel, hang out with us, please do it. I'd love to have more people coming by talking about writing. So most of the way that I do this, by the way, is I'll write an entry for something, bare bones, get the story points in, and then come back a little later and say, hey, how can I take this information that I put down about these people and turn it into kind of a characteristic of the people, or bring a characteristic of the people to factor into the thing that I said, the factors that make people, I don't know, whatever you characterize them as, like industrious or inquisitive or whatever, or do they feed back and forth? And how does that show up in how they deal with natural resources? How does it work with how they deal with the remnants of the God Killer War? It's how do they do basically everyday things. And this is what I'm doing now, is coming back to these and saying, hey, you know, that tiny little that little I don't even know what I call it, a snippet of something or a little tidbit about them could be turned into an actual fun little factual bit. So anybody who plays these characters or makes a character from here would say, oh, my character, when I'm writing a backstory, he was the one who would go out and probe the pools for lizards to make sure that lizards were not laying down in there and gonna snap at somebody when we're harvesting stuff. Or mine was the one who kept the little whistlings off of whatever. So I just find putting all that stuff in there is fun because it's fodder for people to make their own stories. I enjoy it. You work in tech, so different kind of babysitting. Got it. Dun, dun, dun. That's pretty horrible, fantastic. That's pretty horrible. Can range from ankle deep to fathoms deep, though most have a visible bottom and are easily harvested. Okay. Those that are most active geologically. Some pools feature geysers that are timely, erupting on a rough schedule so workers know when to get clear. Unpredictable and dangerous pools are often richer in minerals as they get replenished by these eruptions. Okay. Few of the milder hot springs are massive and have been built over with great moral built over. Yeah, that's why I put that. I don't need this comma here, actually. Few of the milder hot springs are massive. But built over with great marble structures enclosing their healing waters and bathhouses and meadows, where well-to-do of many nations come to recuperate and reinvigorate themselves. Okay. They're settled into the nest now. I find it interesting that they're doing all this stuff, they're captured the pod, they got all this, but they haven't talked to the astronauts yet. That must be them and the people at Mission Command are doing all that. So we're not going to see it on the SpaceX thing. Probably all on NASA's feed or whoever's feed. That's technically they're part of the NASA program. Oh yeah, No Man's Sky. I tried to get back into it and I have it installed, but I'm so at a loss for what to actually go do besides just explore like I was doing before, and maybe that's all I need to do. Maybe I should just keep exploring the world, the universe. Let's see, the ancient Agrine Bass and A4 are wonder to behold. Wonder if, let me check this. Oh, there we go. Hot, tepid, and cold pools, they harken back to the greatness and opulence of the St. Paris. Okay. To have amazing recuperative powers, time in these baths comes at a premium price. Never enter one of these grand structures, but rather admire them from far through the tales of travelers. Okay. Oh yeah, people have their own way of filtering everything through the lens of what they're thinking. Don't I know it? Feline named the JJ. I'm bored and tired. What words of wisdom do you have to keep me from leaving my job early? Well, there you go. You need to work. You need to eat. Work to eat. You need to live. So let's all get along. There you go. I would say that doing your job well is the best revenge. Does that work? No? Maybe? I don't know. I told Chrysanthe earlier that despite everybody being grumpy and griping about stuff at work, I was going to go piss them all off by being happy and upbeat in the meetings. And it worked. Sleepers for the week. It always works. Exactly. It is a good thing. Ah, the Oxford comma, yes. I want to make fun of you by saying semicolons. What's wrong? You don't like full colons? It's a full Collins joke. Did I? I didn't think I did it very well. Fantastic. I'm sorry. If I get a facepalm out of fantastic, maybe I have hit the pinnacle. Oh no! Chrysanthe heard me. No, sorry. I mean, nobody heard me. Yeah, in writing for publishing, when you put a dash in a sentence and put a dash and then a sentence or a section of words and another dash, they call it an M dash. And the way you have to do it in Word is kind of annoying because you can't put a single dash. They want two dashes together and you hit enter and it will automatically, boom, make it into a longer dash than normal. That has a slightly larger kerning size or whatever footprint in the document. Like, they're so specific. Hey, a facepalm. Woo! Oh, that's nice of him. That's not nice of him for JJ at all. There's no rest for the wicked. In other words, Chrysanthe says 8 more hours compared to us. Oh! A rimshot emoji would be nice. By the way, I mentioned to people earlier, I've been eating some of these meals when I don't have time to cook from Factor. They're like little microwave meals you can get. shipped to you. And if anybody's interested in trying it out, I have a code or a couple codes that you can get a box free. So, yeah, it's like up to $100 worth. If you swap some of the meals out instead of the ones that they choose, then you'll have to pay more for them. But I think the first box is free. It's like $100 value. So let me know. I can always send you one of the codes on Discord, since they're just sitting here. For lunch today, I had the one that was the... What was it called? It was... I don't remember what it was called. Oh. It was garlic and herb chicken breast with smoked cheddar collard grits and garlic broccoli. So it had cauliflower grits and garlic broccoli, and it had smoked cheddar mixed into it. It was really good. 620 calories, 11 grams of carbs, and I don't know what else the rest of it was. Yeah, but it only takes 4 minutes to cook, so. Yeah, most of them are pretty good. And 70-30 each day. Yeah, that one was really good. The broccoli was really tasty, because I don't like it when broccoli gets too mushy. I mean, I'll still eat it. It's just kind of annoying, but I love like crisp broccoli that's been steamed, and this stayed pretty well. 2 pieces in there that were a little small that got kind of soggy, but I lived with it. In fact, after I ate a lot of the chicken, I took the rest of the broccoli and tossed it over into the cheese, the smoked cheddar grit, collard grits part. Okay. All right, the Medans. They're ancient agrarian healing houses focused on not just the physical well-being of their patients, but the spiritual health as well. Many of the healers follow the teachings of Kylus, an ancient oracle and healer who blended herbal medicine with healing prayers to many of the gods. Tales tell of a lost Medan in the Temple of Xander, whose waters imparted wisdom and allowed the imbiber to recognize when falsehoods were being told. Destroyed along with the temple itself when Grix... I guess we'll just say the temple. When Grix overran the coast, such wonders are absent from the present-day Strand. Sadly. Ah, we've got the whistlings. The little blue dragon thingies. Small ocean-hued, worm-like nuisance flyers measuring a foot or 2 in length, whistlings nest on the hills and coast of the entire caustic strand. Their distinctive cries haunt the villages, and they constantly harry the fishermen for scraps and shiny objects. The little predators often swallow items they can't digest, which get coated in the slime in their stomachs to create small worry stones, which the whistlings eventually regurgitate in their nests. I'm just going to say worry stones. I don't need to say small. Because by nature, the little creatures aren't very big, so the stones have to be kind of small. These natural stones are highly valuable, and the youths of the Strand routinely raid these nests looking for even one such treasure. More valuable than oyster pearls, the largest rumored stone of this type is an ancient specimen that supposedly adorned a magical crown worn by an oracle who lived on the Strand in ancient times. A devotee of Arintha, she regularly gazed into the shining bay using its tranquil silvery waters as a great scrying pool. Hey, they opened up the thing. Crew egress. And they're taking... Yep, taking photos of everything. Yep, making sure they have everything documented properly. That's pretty smart. I would love to use Factor, but I'm poor from my bad choices. I'm approaching JT levels of bad choices. No, but JJ. Well, the thing is, like I said, this first one, it technically, you can get the first box free up to $15 off second and third. So it's like $104 value. So you can try it. You can use this code. You can technically get the first one free. And then you can cancel it after that. Or you can just pause it indefinitely and never go back to using it. Wizard, I'm going to send you a message in Discord before I forget. No need to reply immediately. Go for it. Send messages. Message for you, sir. Fantastic. If I could get free, that would be fun, because I've only ever gotten to go there once. One time I made it there, and that was a long time ago. That was in 1989, I think. 88, 80. No, I think it was 89. 1989 was when I went there. So a little while ago. But I think that would be fun. All right. The pool dragons. These bleached pale lizards can reach up to 4 feet in length and have a powerful and infectious bite. They linger in the hotter pools, hiding in the murky mineral-laden waters. Let's say mineral-laden with a dash. Hyphenation. For warmth and to stealthily hunt smaller mammals for food. People of the Strand usually check their work pools for these nearly invisible predators with long sticks, chasing them away or killing them for their resilient hides. I still just have that image of an old dude walking around with his lizard checking stick. Like, Just found out that HelloFresh owns Factor. I believe it. I haven't been following. What has JT done? Well, you know, JT is JT. He does JT things. I think it's just all the years of living fast. It's got him. I know that his, I don't know if it was his neck or his back, whatever has been hurting him recently too. So he was kind of laid up. All right, what was I talking about? Oh, the pool dragons. The larger specimens find their hides tanned for use in constructing canoes, which are then used in the larger pools. Small hides are used to make the work tools and protective gear. The bite of these lizards can be deadly if not flushed with cleansing agents, though most work crews carry around a paste made from local mineral-laced mud to combat just such an infection. Again, I put these little things in there so somebody in their campaign could be like, oh, I've got some of that mud from that village on the Caustic Strand, and you know, Dubris or Savis. It's basically it's that mud they use. It'll fight an infection, which would be fun. Boom. This is my dragon beaten stick. Exactly. Can you imagine somebody coming from here having a quarterstaff they're walking around with? They're like, wow, that thing is, why is that wood so smooth? Oh, I use this in the mineral pools to, you know, check for lizards. And then if I have to, smack them over the head. And it's a beautiful piece of wood that's just been worn down by the chemicals to perfectly smooth finish. Okay. Don't know exactly, but buying skins on Fortnite isn't helping. What? Yeah, well, I suppose not. Though they did really well for the goals for getting everything on the the guy's raft stream. So they've got that going, and I think he hit his goal for getting his tires replaced on his Jeep, which is not cheap. I was telling Moss he should do a little fundraising thing of some sort on a stream, even if he's not monetized. Get a Streamlabs thing set up, and work on getting himself a new PC because he could use one. Yeah, tires are definitely not cheap, and the Jeep tires, for whatever reason, are extra not cheap. All right, the Black Dragon Rookeries. In the peaks above the strand, the noxious vents and acidic pools make the area completely uninhabitable for most beings, but are perfect for the rookeries of the local dragon population. They will establish rookeries here and there, laying their eggs in the alkaline pools and moving them to more acidic pools as they near hatching. Yeah, I think everything for Jeep is pricier. Yep. The heat and alkaline water separate the embryo from the shell and liquefy the layer between them, insulating and suspending it safely. When they move their eggs to the acidic pools, it begins to dissolve the shell so the maturing dragonling can then break it open more easily. Dragon eggs can mature safely without the use of the pools, but this process speeds up the gestation and hatching cycle dramatically. Okay, the Rambles. The remnants of the lush islands that used to shield the shining bay from the umbral sea. Yeah, is it the... Let's see here. I guess we'll say the Godland Strait instead of the Umbral Sea. What would we say? From the man, the little spacesuits they got now are just so cool and non-bulky looking. It's pretty neat. All right. The Rambles are a nightmare maze of jagged basalt pillars and shattered reefs. Grixon is forced to destroy the islands, the temples on them, and followed all approaches from the sea to the bay. Only shallow draft vessels can navigate through these areas, leaving their inner villages of the strand cut off from most major shipping except overland routes from Port Castra, and A4. Check something quickly. Yep. Okay. That makes sense. Though I want to look a little more closely at one thing here. Okay, that's what, yeah. All right. Just made sure I got that set up. Yeah, I'm very glad that they made it home safely. It was just amazing. People were just like, oh yeah, they're stranded up there. I'm like, can you imagine being stranded up there for that long? Luckily, these people have really good, I shouldn't say this. This is going to sound stupid. They have really good, solid psyches. And then you hear stories about an astronaut going on an airplane and screaming at people because they're insane. But most of them have very good psyches. I can't imagine the tests they're going to have to put people through for extended Mars missions. Going to be crazy. Villagers ply these waters in their shallow bottom craft, risking the treacherous waters in pursuit of the elusive moonfish. Yep, remember when astronauts are considered heroes? Yep. Now everybody considers them passengers. Ari's Cairn. All right, so In front of Grick's navy as it approached the shining bay, on a small island blocking access to the inlet were two temples, one to Thalassia and one to Xander, Ari's father. Others paladins fought the god's navy and shore forces to a standstill until Grix himself arrived. I just got a message. Who is this from? Okay, I don't care about that. Thank you. Thank you for the message, people I don't care to talk to about the thing I don't want to talk about. Whatever it was that they were doing. Well, that's interesting. I wonder why my map... Checking something really quickly, because my map is... I'm trying to look at this and see, why is there a little line of... Oh, interesting. Oh, I see what it was. Is when I had this up. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just getting bugged by there's a little line of pixels at the bottom of the map. Didn't make sense. Anyway, back to the writing. They had the emergency return capsule, so they were really stranded. Yeah. It's gotta be tough. All right, giant remains. The evil giants who sided with Grix were at the vanguard of the army that besieged the Caustic Strand during the God-Killer War. So we do have giants that are not necessarily evil who wander around the world and do things, but these ones were the ones who sided with Grix. None of the immense warriors survived the assault, Xander's son, the demigod Ari, being particularly adept at battling them. Winter Fort features a giant skull, a weapon, or bones as either decorations or part of functional architecture. Okay. I mean, they were stranded when it comes into the idea of normal return processes. It's not an emergency, just neglected. I'd trust the shuttle more. Yeah. Well, at least they got him back. That's the good thing. Rolling him out on a gurney. Wonder how long it's going to be until they get to actually go to sleep tonight. You're joking? How dare you joke? This is super cereal, man. Okay, not super cereal. Little South Park there for you. Port Castra is a major deep. Okay, so I've already rewritten Port Castra, but I want to look at something here. Sprawling Agrian city, which was spared much of the devastation of the God-Killer War, but has become less important to non-merchants due to its distance from the rest of the Godlands. Now, I haven't written any other in-depth bits and pieces about this town, and I'm not certain what I want to put in here. I mean, every city eventually could get its own entry with tons of information, but how much detail do we go into is the question. I'm probably going to have to do some more. Yeah, well, there were some people saying that it was, the help was refused before. Other people saying that is just a lie. It's just people talking back and forth to each other like, meh, 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 meh. Like, why don't we just get these people off of the station and get them home? It'll be crazy when we get to the point where we don't even have to go through this much trouble, where we can actually get people back and forth, like as regular as air traffic or air travel. Will be interesting. All right, the capital of the Republic of Efor. It has doubled in size in the last 1,000 years, swelling past the original Agrian walls, necessitating more than one port expansion. All right. Realistically, in the next 10 to 20 years, yeah. Yeah, I think so. It's going to be cool. If they can do something akin to what they do in movies and whatnot, with generating some centrifugal or centripetal gravity, however they do it, it's going to be pretty cool too. Okay, A4 oversees the majority of the mineral and salt exports of the entire kingdom, and most of the major trading houses of secondary headquarters here retaining their luxurious ancestral villas in the hands, or in the land surrounding Port Castor as their home bases. Great bathhouses of A4, some owned privately, are a sight to behold, and visits to them bring a great deal of wealth into the city. Okay. Considered cursed ground. All right, so that'll be interesting. Let's see. Human spaceflight. Is there non-human spaceflight? I suppose monkeys, dogs, things like that, right? Well, that's cool. I like it. Hmm. Okay, what is going on here? Sorry, I just saw a clip of something from uh what is it called? The Assassin's Creed game. I'm just like, that's the actual voice acting? Wow. Okay. Hello, Mr. Frost. Sorry for being late. Had to make Miss Sevy's grocery list. Wow, that must have been quite a list. Croissant, that's pretty good face there. I like it. The absolutely perfectly straight mouth, the little eyes. Bum, 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 bum. I don't know which one of the cats it is. It might be. My gosh, I don't think you guys can hear it. It sounds like it might be Ian. He's got a very long, drawn out what do you call it, purr when he sleeps, kind of a snory purr. There's a vent right up here that sometimes he'll sleep above and fall asleep on. And when he falls asleep on it, he goes and does it right on the vent. You can hear it echoing down here. I'm like, what is best in life? Well, let's see. To, win always. Something about lamination. Yeah, I can't remember the rest. But it has definitely something to do with lamination. Vegan chicken nuggets and 8 different types of ice cream. Oh dear. Ice. Oh, the actual size based on my phone screen. Did not say ice cream phone, just ice. No groceries, just a lot of random stuff. Mm-hmm. How many flamethrowers? Just asking. Though I would kind of like to see somebody crush their enemy, see them driven before me, hear the lamentations of their women. Yeah, I think that might be good. That's pretty good in life. Tamagotchi batteries. Oh no! All right. Elysium was founded not long after the God Killer War ended, originally being the semi-permanent vicus of an Agrian army camp where Ari's forces were stationed. All right, where Elysium is right there. Okay, making sure. Okay. He and his followers were laid to rest in the great cairn that overlooks the city. Three flamethrowers? Got her 20 packs. Woohoo! That's going to be a lot of batteries. That's going to be a lot of Tamagotchi. Each year, both the parallel grape farms and Elysium are the main producers of grains and foodstuffs for the Strand. Okay, the darkness of the Whitewood. And the Whitewood's going to be a very interesting place to have. Well, basically to have. Going to be fun for people to play with that. Huh. Interesting. Still can't believe these people are going out and like damaging Teslas and thinking they're actually accomplishing something and then realizing, hey, I don't know if this is all Teslas, but most Teslas have cameras and things built into them. Oops. They see you doing it. First, don't damage people's property. It's just not a good idea. Second, don't be an idiot. Oh, wait, maybe that first should have been don't be an idiot, and then second, don't. I don't know. Either way, they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. It's feeding the poor thing. Secretary Nugget is so much nicer to me than that imposter. She has a mass grave of starved Tamagotchi babies. Oh, no. Mm-hmm. That's disturbing. All right, let's do this. Okay. River bearing the same name, this village tends to produce a great deal of shellfish for export, as well as great amounts of freshwater pearls in the isolated harbor that formed there after the coastal devastation. So what else did I wanted to put more notes into this place. I'm not going to say tens. Produces a great deal of selfish export, as well as great amounts. Okay. Only shallow skips can tread the ways between the harbor and the saltwater beyond, but this allows the pearl farmers to ply their trade in the sheltered waters. Depths of the coastal harbor hold the ruins of the original port of Savis, which was destroyed by Grix and sank beneath the waves. Divers often swim in and out of these ancient ruins as they hunt. Is bravest of divers. Dangerous. I spelled it with a G at the beginning, so gangerous. No, that's not how you spell it. It's gangerous. Almost gangrenous. It's all near 360. So all of them have a 360-degree camera. Okay. Find it funny they vandalized Teslas, leave the Volkswagens alone. Well, people don't really... People are stupid. People are sheep. People don't really understand a lot. Anyone who's not is relatively exceptional. Don't commit crimes, and if you do, don't film it. Yeah, they don't think that far ahead. Yeah. Ugh. I mean, come on, people. You have to understand that in today, when you go out in public, there's a camera on you somewhere. When I was a kid, there was never a camera on you. If you got caught on camera, it's because your family's like, everybody out in front of the house, you're taking a photo. And you'd gripe and grumble and be like, oh, fine. Or at a birthday party or something. And then, like, occasionally in, like, the 80s, somebody would have, like, a VCR, or not a VCR, but a camcorder, a video recorder. So it was, like, the big thing with a huge tape in it. And they're like, we're taking a video of something. You're like, they're videotaping something. It must be important. In the 70s, it was Polaroids. Everything was Polaroids. And they were just quick, boom, boom, get a picture of something. And then suddenly cell phones came along and people could take little postage stamp photos. And then a little bit after that, people are starting to take better and better photos and videos. And then the internet was crazy with the stuff. And now nobody can go anywhere without being recorded somewhere by someone. So, oh well. All right. I think that adds another little bit of charm to that place. All right, Dubris is up there. The ancient shipbuilding center of A4, the master shipwrights of Dubris were responsible for some of the greatest vessels used during the Godkiller War. Destroyed by Grix and his forces in their incursion, it was... We'll say it was only rebuilt after the war, so it had no other further part in the war. While ships are still built here, its main agricultural exports are stone fruit. We'll just say its main exports are stone fruit and olives from the extensive orchards, as well as olive oil and other such staples. The stone quarries of Dubris are known for the far and wide for their marble. Used building. Okay, there we go. Villages, bathhouses, and maidens. Okay. Walking out of Walgreens, some douchebag is taking up 2 handicap parks. Big Ford Raptor parked in 2 handicap spots. Good job, dude. You sure that's not Sebi's secretary Nugget? Driving the big old car, pulling in. Exhaust in the face of the old ladies as they drive by. Jumps out, flicks a cigarette butt at the old man. Oh wait, sorry, I'm making it seem like Biff from Back to the Future. I'm like, what's the movie? Really, Frost? What? I don't know. I just picture somebody named Secretary Nugget to, maybe drive a big rig or jacked up truck that's, staring down at everybody. Just maybe. All right. So we're going to head on into a few more bits and pieces about the Umbral Atoll. Can't reach the pedals, much less be able to get into it. Oh, okay, fine. You're in a smart car, aren't you? Nah, this is Texas. Old men stay strapped. Ah, there you go. I feel like my headphones have these little pads that are underneath these. I feel like this one's ripping or something. Yeah, it's got a little, I think it has a little tear in the plastic. I might have to get a new set of headphones soon. Dang it. Why do things wear out so quickly? Why? Flicking a cigarette is a good way to get one pulled on you. Yeah, I drive an RC car. Wow, wait a second. Or a RC car, you are correct. Grammatically correct, which is the best kind of correct. So egg prices have been going down. Yeah, dropped a couple of bucks. That's good. O1 S10. First car was an O1 S10. Okay, first new car was my current car is a 17 Cruise. Oh. Hello, Cajun Corey. First car was a 2002 Ford Taurus. Yeah, which is why people aren't talking about it on the internet anymore. It is kind of fun to see what people drive in their daily lives. Because the cars don't always match what you get in your mind for a person. A 96 Ford Escort. Wow. Boom. What do I think you drive? Ooh, let's see. I think you drive a Ram pickup truck. I was going to say a Toyota pickup truck, but I'm going to say a Ram pickup truck. Cajun Corey. If you tell me it's a golf court, I'm going to come through the internet, or golf court, a golf cart. I'm going to come through the internet at you. I'm coming for you. And hell's coming with me. Sorry, bad paraphrase of Wyatt Earp there. What do I think you drive? Ooh, man. I'm going to say you drive 2018 Ford F-150. Oh, nice. What do I think Fantastic Sarcastic drives? Ooh, I'm going to say... Oh, my gosh. I just realized this. I'd never noticed before this hoodie has pockets. Holy cow. Sorry, I'm just amazed. Hoodie has pockets. I thought this was just a plain old flannel hoodie. Anyway, Fantastic Sarcastic. Man, I'm going to say... I was going to say a Honda Accord. Is the Accord the four-wheel drive version of the Honda thing? Is that what it's called? That's what I'm trying to think of. I can't remember what it's called. Of course, it's fermented. It does have pockets. Yeah, it's just they're well hidden. Damn it. It even has a pocket here. I knew this pocket was here because Carhartt always seems to have a pocket. But the best part about this thing is that it does have a hood. So I can sit here and say, do it. Ah. That'd be the Emperor. Don't all hoodies have pockets? No, some of my hoodies don't, weirdly enough. Most of them do. Some have a pocket that goes all the way through if there's no zipper on it, if it's a pullover. But this one is a button-up, which is also fun for hoodies to have snappy buttons. Accord is the bigger car for Honda. HRV, that's what it is. Yeah, that thing. That's what it is. So what is it that you do drive? What do you drive? Is it a Honda HRV? Is it? Am I right? Have I got you pegged or am I totally wrong? All right, with the Thesaurus, where are we at here? Ba-ba-ba. Chris Sant drives a smart car. You said Honda on a stream once? Did you? I pay so much attention, I totally knew that. It might have been back in my head somewhere. So I might have cheated there. I don't know. No, I think what Chrysanth probably drives is a probably a compact car, but I'm trying to think. Chevy something? I don't know. What's a good Chevy? I'm trying to think. Equinox is a big car, right? I think a Chevy Equinox is a pretty big car. Oh yeah, it's a big old car. I don't know. I'm just gonna guess she drives a Chevy something, some kind of a subcompact Chevy of some sort. I don't know. Toyota Corolla. Hey, that's a possibility. Nope. Oh, boo. Equinox is an SUV. Okay. I can tell. I know so much about cars. No, I don't. Being a person who doesn't drive. No. Oh, RAV4. Oh, there you go. That would make sense. An Escape. Is that a Ford? Wait a minute. That Ford Escape looks like a lot like a Chevy Equinox. Wait a minute. I'm shocked. Just shocked. Nobody has said they drive a BMW or an Audi. Your mom has a 2014 Escape. Oh, okay. Funny. Most people try to escape Chrysanth. Wah, wah. This car and my last one were both Fords. I like them. Nice. It's compact SUV. Okay. Got it. Got it. I understand. I don't drive because, I've never been able to see. Well, since I got older, I haven't been able to see well, and I just never drove before. But I had a dream. It was a recurring dream that I had gotten a car because I'm like, I'm tired of not driving. I got a car. And it was not the greatest car in the world, but it was pretty peppy. It was really cool. It was a unique car that I had, helped somebody else build back together. And so I liked it a lot. It was a cool, zippy little thing. I had a dream that I left it somewhere when I moved, and I kept thinking, I've got to get back and get that car. I've got to go get that car. I've got to go find it. I got to bring it back because somebody's going to steal it or somebody's going to do something to it. And I felt like in the dream, it was like years went by. I'm like, dang it. It was such a weird set of dreams. I never did find the car. Yeah. Had 4 vehicles and all were Fords. Okay. The family ties to the mob to keep you leaving that state. From leaving, maybe? Cousin has a 2021 Ford Escape. Woohoo! All right, let's see. What was I back? Oh, I was back into the ships. Yes. All right, and I put the point in here about the marble. Okay, we got into the Umbrella Atoll. The Umbrella Atoll is a place of... It was zippy. It was like a go-kart car. It was just, when I was driving it in the dream, I was like zooming in out of traffic like I was on a motorcycle. I was not a safe person to be around. The Umbrella Atoll is a place of legend whispered of in ports far and wide across Erudia, and while it does in fact exist, only madmen would seek to reach its cursed shores. Do so requires one to pass through Thalassa's Ire, the eternal magical hurricane which rages in the Umbral Sea, and on through the dead breaks. Okay. And then to navigate the dead breaks, a fabled maze of half-submerged basalt spikes and natural coral hazards. Zippy! I'm just gonna keep coming back to Zippy. Ba-ba-ba. Okay. I think that's a good intro to the place. Automotive technology peaked in early 2000. Anything newer has too many computers. I am going to defer to you guys, but I would think, yeah, anything with too many computers has too many failure points, electrical failure points. I mean, I remember back in the day when I was in shop class and I didn't drive, but I helped people fix stuff on cars. It was generally like one of a few things was like, hey, alternator's having a problem with the belt. Spark plugs are either not connected right, or maybe one of them is dead. You check a couple of other things here and there, and you could diagnose so many things on a car just by looking at the engine and checking it out. Now you're like, did you check all the fuses? The what now? I mean, sure, there have always been fuses in a lot of those cars, little tiny fuses. But most of the time, you didn't have to worry about them. Now everything's got a stupid computer hookup, and you got to test everything with computers. And if the computer testing stuff doesn't work, then you can't get access to things. It's just dumb. All right. Oh, why is that not taking me to the... Hey, how about I type thesaurus right? I don't know why I closed my thesaurus over there and I'm opening it over here. I'm a dork. All right, so I've got to find... Nope, that one doesn't work either. All right, we'll try that. Click away from that. Pretty much all computers now. Have you ever watched Fletch? It's all about ball bearings these days. Ain't red or any of those crazy colors I'm seeing in cars now. Seriously, the number of bright blue cars I'm seeing is now is weird. Yeah, blue seems to be a super popular color. Not sure why. City is built on the ancient ruins of a Kerr port. Maybe the blue cars are the ones that don't get hurt by the space lasers that everybody's worried about. Maybe, maybe not. Space lasers. Okay. Port Calyx. This is built on the ancient. This city is built on the ancient ruins of a Kerr port, long overgrown and dominated by massive stands and ubiquitous brawl flowers. Bowl-shaped shelters inhabitants from both torrential rains and deadly currents, making it one of the only safe harbors on the Umbral Atoll. Sheltered raw flowers harvested here, used in many of the brewing recipes, making them one of the most important resources there. Okay. Mainly populated by human castaways and pirates. The small contingent of Kuru traders and crafters mixed in, the city is one of the only civilized locations on the island. And civilized I have in quotes. You know, civilized. Dead breaks. One of the non-magical obstacles to reaching the atoll is the thick maze of half-submerged basalt spikes that are liable to tear us under the hull of most vessels which wander into them. Some of the denizens of the atoll have maps which are supposed to lay out safe paths through the breaks, but they are jealously guarded. And rarely shared. Okay, there we go. Kuru are amphibious bipeds descended from an advanced race known as the Kur, who ruled the atoll in ancient times. Their kingdom was thrown into ruin because of their obsession with the magic of the keepers. Oh, you people. Let's see here. Boop. Quick question for everybody. Has everybody in chat played a tabletop RPG? Wait, how can you see over the dashboard? Wah, wah. Yeah, by the way, around here, because of all the slush and snow and everything all the time, there are a lot of gray and white cars. A lot of them. Like most cars. Then you'll see a red car and other things because, we get a lot of salt on the roads and stuff like that. So I don't know if they do that to just hide it or what. What's a tabletop RPG? Go away, fantastic. You shall not pass, or something. A booster seat. Wah, wah. So you guys haven't played them. I'm curious. Do you not play them because you haven't found a group you wanted to play with? If they kind of just don't interest you and you just enjoy watching them? Mostly just curious. Your last 3 vehicles were and are black. Interesting. Interesting. All right, let's see. Have a private game in less than half an hour. Boom! There it goes. Yeah, I'm having in real life game. I'm going to be playing in it about 7 o'clock. Start in 2.5 weeks. Never came across them until I joined the online community, and I don't have time to play right now. No, it counts, Chrysanth-ish. I mean, you're technically already in a game, right? Right? What was that thing about? What was that thing about? Okay, somebody posted something. All right, got it. Huh. All right. I guess I can check that out later. It's funny, I was checking something for work because I had to, since I enrolled in one of the programs we have where you can buy stock for like a little tiny discount, and then you get it at the end. So you're guaranteed a tiny little bit of money investing, like 10%. So I set that up, but I had to set up a program. I looked in it and they're like, okay, you have this balance, this number for this amount of money from stock that I had gotten over the years. I'm like, okay. And I saw in the other account, because we were swapping brokers. I'm like, oh, I hate this stuff. I looked in the other one and they had sold someone I had a number. I'm like, okay. But there's another number over here. And I'm like, what's this number? I'm like, oh, it's the same number. Oh, they're showing both the numbers in both of them. And I contacted somebody to ask them what, about the numbers. And they're like, oh, no. That's a different number. That's not exactly the same. It's off by like a few dollars and cents. So like, that's a different amount you have from this. And I'm like, I didn't realize that was sitting there. There's a little bit of money sitting there. And they're like, oh yeah, you should probably do something with that because it's not doing anything for you. Like, oh, well, cool. So I found a little bit of money. It was kind of nice. And they just, they never told me. They just, were like, oh yeah, that's yours. It's just sitting there in an account, not gaining any interest or nothing. Let's see. She did the game where she killed her rude eye or 7 DM'd. Well, and unfortunately a game where I married him. Yay! It was so happy. Wow. Ew, gross. True. How could I forget episode 69? So much fun. So disturbing. Oh, cats are running. I gave the cats 2 new little beds up there to be on, and they're supposed to be set up like bunk beds, but they were cheap and made somewhere in China somewhere, so they don't really go together all that well, so I couldn't stack them without me taking them apart slightly and readjusting them. So I put them down separately. They look like a little tiny cat bed with 2 poles going down there, and there's a material that makes a little hammock that hangs between them. The cats love them. But the cat sitting on the material stretches it down like this, and it pulls it. So they went from being like this long of a nice hammock they lay in to like this long, and they're like sitting in a little pocket. And I'm like, man, they look so happy, but only 2 cats can be in them, and there are more than 2 cats. So I went up there this morning to feed them. Everybody else is like, food, this is amazing. Frankie is laying in the thing, curled up like a ball down underneath it. And I'm like, can he even breathe? Because Nixie, one of the girl cats, was sleeping on top of him, just like curled in the opposite direction. And I'm looking down in there, I can see his head, and he's just like happy as a clam. I'm like, okay, whatever. Cats are weird. They don't seem to need to, like, we don't like having our faces covered most of the time when we sleep, and you get that warm feeling in your breath. Cats, they don't seem to care about that half the time. Anyway, combination of not having a set schedule, not often having time, and no group to play with. Those are all good things. All good reasons. My place is editing shorts of the games, not playing them. No one wants to see me role play. I don't know. All the puns? All the puns. All right, the Kruru. The Kruru. I'm going to have fun describing some of these. I want Erudai to tell me if he's going to get like a little picture drawn of these guys. Kruru are the mainly peaceful, semi-nomadic people who maintain underwater villages as well as a massive floating city that migrates around the atoll, riding the currents created by Thalas's ire. The other groups on the island all trade with the Kruru and such are considered off limits in their conflicts. Yeah, amphibian folk. As such, the amphibian folk are considered off limits in their conflicts. Okay. The ruins of their forebears. Let's see. Ruins of their more advanced forebears occur are extensive and magical. And are extensive and dangerous and in some cases still dangerously enchanted. There we go. Some other obelisks still stand. Remain intact. Legends speak of their ability to control minds, time, and even the weather. I'll be honest, I was one of the people who wanted a picture of the Rudy Poo. He kept trying to describe it. I just couldn't picture it. It was a light bulb moment when he showed me, and I get it now. And you got what you didn't want. You're like, take it away, take it away, take it away. Don't want it. I don't want it. I'm wondering if he's going to take my idea and actually run with it of the moon skull pajama pants with moons on the butt. I'm just curious. I don't know. I'm not going to buy them because I'm not going to take a picture and show people that I'm wearing them. But it could be kind of funny. He probably forgot. I'm not reminding him. That's fine. He'll probably watch this at some point and be like, oh, yeah. Maybe. I don't know. All right, so those obelisks, I'm trying to decide if I want to mention something else about the obelisks. I'm going to mention this. Avoid their forebears' ruins because they're dangerous, in some cases even taboo. Not all crew feel this way. Some even lead adventuring parties. Some even lead adventuring parties to the ruins as paid guides. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Those are big moons. But PJ merch, I'd buy it. Yeah, I mean, I think people would like some pajamas. Sorry, I don't know with my new noise gate how much you guys can hear the craziness that's going on upstairs right now. There's some craziness going on. There's certain cats running around doing certain things. They do things, you know, the things that they do. Scritchity, scratchity over the floor. Bad Secretary Bad, you're supposed to remind people, not about this. Uh-huh. All right, the lizard folk of the atoll are generally part of one of the four major tribes, each ruled over by a powerful patron. All right, so let's see. The barbarian tribes, lizard folk of the atoll, are generally part of one of the 4 major tribes, each ruled over by a powerful patron. Some scattered hermits and outcasts survive away from their kin, but they are the exception to the rule. Okay. I'd settle for a basic logo t-shirt to represent the channel. That'd be interesting. You know, I was wondering if he was going to make some... I know he's going to make some more Legend Seeker merch, but I'm curious if he... Does he not have a... just a generic, like a Moonskull shirt? I wonder, because, I mean, he's got the new little piece of art. We should check with him. Or even a nice Moonskull mug. I should go check the merch and see what there is. Because I think a lot of us wear clothes and eat. And drink. Guess eating doesn't really make any sense. How about drink? We wear clothes and drink things. All right. The Ash Tribe. This tribe lives in and around Kakarak. So, if you haven't noticed on this island, the Kuru, so it's something that you could imagine a frog making a noise. They are descended from the Kur, who are their forebears. And they were the original progenitors of everything on this island, so they named everything, and the names have kind of stuck. So the volcano to them is Kakarak. They have a lot of froggy sounds. I survived Sevy's cooking merch. There you go. There's a classic Moonskull line. Hello, Kaio. How's it going over there? You know what? You know what'd be interesting is that kind of a shirt. Not that kind of shirt, but a like a Hawaiian style shirt that just had Moonskulls all over it for him, or had burning ovens. So some burning ovens, some Moonskull, that wonderful face of the Secretary Nugget, Crescent, the hood. It'd just be perfect for all over the shirt. No, what? No Hawaiian shirts? Fine. I never noticed there were Cultus Heavy slippers. That's kind of funny. Nice. Huh. I wonder how hard it is to set up a merchandise. I should ask them where they get where they put all the stuff together, like what they use. Huh. Because I should do that for my channel and stuff. Dun dun dun. Frost has plans. Yeah, I've got plans. Help the Sevy survive Sevy's cooking the Moonskull, and I can't wear in public. You can't just slip in. You can't just slip in. Yeah, there you go. Very nice. One does not simply slip. Oh wait, yeah, you do. You do. You slip right in. All right. So this tribe lives in and around Kekarak, the active volcano at the island center. They worship their patron Pyrothraxis, the legendary ruby dragon who lives within its throat. The tribe includes a sizable contingent of kobolds who are fanatically devoted to their patron. You wear your Cultus Heavy gear in public? And this is why you are feared. Located in the deep eastern jungles on the atoll, this tribe worshipped Yixalith, the legendary primordial spider. Emulating her brood, the spider tribe favors using poison on their weapons and employ ambush tactics against their foes. Each year, when Yixalith eggs hatch and skyfall occurs, most inhabitants of the island who are not of the tribe, I'm going to say of the spider tribe, go into hiding. As her brood is flung across the godlands of Erudia by the winds of Thalasia's ire. I can undo this now. Her followers revel in her supremacy. Just imagine a primordial spider laying millions of little eggs and flinging them into the great storm that surrounds the island, and having the storm just sail them across the Godlands. Some of them making landfall. And there you go. You've got primordial spider babies everywhere. It's kind of like Muppet Babies, but a little more terrifying and spider-like. Nothing bad has happened to you yet. Well, that's because you're in a cult. Just saying. Might be a correlation. Look at the cats. The heck? Okay. Huh. I had some things going on the side here. I forgot I had started a couple of pictures because I'm like, oh, I need a picture of a character doing this. I need a picture of a character doing this. And some of the stuff that Midjourney comes up with occasionally, I'm like, there are too many people using this for interesting purposes. They're infecting the algorithms. All right. Snake Tribe. Not Snake Plissken. Not that kind of tribe. Not Snake Plissken. Not Solid Snake. Not Liquid Snake. Snake Tribe. Plain old Snake Tribe. Found in the southern reaches of the island and along the coast, the Snake Tribe does the most trade with the Kruru and are the least warlike of all the tribe, preferring to eat and celebrate their victories to excess. They are fierce and ruthless warriors. Once roused, their lightning fast strikes can devastate their foes. Yeah, we're going to switch a couple words around here. Okay, we're going to say, because this is the order of operations, the way things would happen with them. Once roused, they are fierce and ruthless warriors. Their lightning fast strikes and devastate their foes. So they like to sit there and just be like, yeah, we ate a lot of food. Hey, don't piss us off. They worship their patron, the great serpent Zmia, who slumbers in a great outdoor, though, we'll say crumbling outdoor amphitheater once built by the Kerr in ages past. So I don't need to say once built by the Kerr. I say built by the Kerr in ages past. The tribe employs more than one Hydra as defenders of the great hoards of treasure hidden in the ancient ruins of the fallen civilization. Yep. So they hoard a lot of treasure. The Snake Tribe is rich. Rich, I say. AIR. I mean, you can't do really porn in Midjourney, but some of the stuff that comes out of it, I'm just like, okay, that's cutting the edge. To be clear, you're talking about Gimp Suit Kermit. I don't even want to know. Don't want to know. All right, Dinosaur Tribe. I've still got to rename the Dinosaur Tribe, though. Clunkety, clunkety, clunky with cats. What are we doing on time? Oh, I got like 6 minutes left. Well, 6 minutes and something. Dinosaur Tribe. This is the smallest but most feared of the barbarian tribes on the atoll. Their main fortress is built on the ruins of an ancient cursed stronghold. Not only does their patron, the great Spinosaurus Gogora, slumber here, but the grounds feature a functioning obelisk from the heyday of the forebears of the Kruru. When activated, its power helps a being link their minds with a compatible animal mount, allowing the tribe members to patrol and go into battle mounted on great raptors and soar the skies on the backs of agile aviasaurs. So yeah, the Dinosaur Tribe is crazy. If I ever get to do an adventure for it, it's going to be fun, because I think it'd be cool to have a part where players could actually go there and mind link with a dinosaur to ride around on the island. The doodle of Kermit with the tagline, I woke up affable. Oh, you. Looks like he's wearing a hood with an eye and a mouth hole. Blah. Well, that's disturbing. Or like it It's those down at the neck. Mm-hmm. The Simi, the ferocious cannibalistic primates, battle any and all comers in the island, caring little about where their next meal comes from. Simple weapons. Okay. Okay. You're being so annoying today. I wonder. I want to say something about the Simi beings like overrunning everything in the island, but they don't. We're just gonna leave that alone. They are, because these guys are numerous. I'm trying to think how I want to put that into words here. You did the F-able edit. Oh no. I'll just say it this way. Living in all the biomes on the atoll, these ferocious cannibalistic primates battle any and all comers on the island, caring little about where their next meal comes from. They use simple weapons in their bare hands to take down their foes, relying on their speed and brute strength in battle. So yeah, the Simi, they're gonna come for you. Crazy monkey, cannibalistic monkeys. Gonna eat everybody. You're just dinner to them. Da, da, da. Okay. The Kurr. Ancient forebears of the Kurr, these advanced amphibian bipeds built settlements which stretched across the entirety of the atoll. They delved deep into the mana stream and utilized the forbidden lore of the keepers to build their society. It led to their downfall and the eradication of most of their lore and accumulated knowledge when their own creations destroyed their cities. You don't want to be dinner? Well, don't go to the Umbral Atoll then. Or if you do, get yourself a dinosaur mount and lay waste to a bunch of the Simi primal style. It led to their downfall and the eradication of most of their lore and accumulated knowledge from their own. Okay, ruins still stand on the atoll, a testament to their skill. Building skill and the enhancements used in their creation, and to the hubris which led to their destruction. Remnants of their constructs remain intact as well. Massive shafts filled with enchanted machinery lead deep into the island's firmament. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how I would word this properly. And continue to provide functioning geothermal power to some of their surviving creations. So they've got some crazy things on this island. Crazy things, man. You don't even know. You don't even know. Maybe you do. I don't know. All right, so we're almost at time here. So thank you all for coming on by. And someday what I should do is I should see if there's a group interested in playing in a like a first time or somewhat new to role-playing games tabletop, and just I'd like to run a game for people. I could run it in Roll20 or in Foundry or something, and just get a few people from the community and chat just to play something. Obviously wouldn't put it on a channel or anything. It'd just be people playing a game, not paid. Just see if I could get a few people interested into a short little campaign to kind of introduce you guys to how that stuff works. I think it could be fun. The problem would be getting everybody together for a time, but I may throw that idea out there at one of these times and have people who are interested send me a message, because, you know, get 4 or 5 people together and just do a thing once a week for a couple of hours. Doesn't even have to be a long thing. Could be short sessions, like 2-hour sessions. Skid. Pumpkin now has a habit of jumping into these little plastic houses I have, these little prefab cat houses. They have a little pad inside, and they're plastic, and they snap together, and you screw them together with plastic screws. He leaps into it, like, and gets into it, because he can jump through the hole just perfectly, and he gets into it, but it knocks them back like about 3 inches into the counter. I'm like, Pumpkin, stop it. Anyway, games are 3 hours. That's what he says. Yes, games are 3 hours. Yes, they are fun. They are chaotic. They're nutty. They're fun, especially if you get in with some of the people that I've been playing in some of these games with. Hey, we're trying to get on top of this tower to fight this creature, while some of the people are like, how can we knock this tower over? Don't worry, we're not going to knock it over while you're in it, but we're going to try and break this tower while you're in it. Madcap adventures. It's fun. But yes, a CR30 encounter. Yeah, that's about right. It is. I'd be interested. Just depends on how long it takes and when I go to bed early. Yep. Yeah, definitely go check out the announcements for Erudai's games. He's got some slots open. He's all ready to play games. So, all right, I'm going to get the heck out of here because I have to run to my real life game. So, have a good night. I will talk to you all later. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, which is probably a lot of things. Yeah, I will talk to you all tomorrow for Wednesday After Dark. Later.